Barcelona just announced they're building a statue for Lionel Messi at the new Camp Nou, a permanent tribute to greatness. But on the same day, Cristiano Ronaldo got a red card for a reckless elbow in a World Cup qualifier, refused to accept it, and mocked the fans on his way off. Two legends, two completely different stories. And what happened next reveals everything about why one is celebrated while the other is constantly defending himself. Subscribe to Cyberboot right now, because this isn't just about a statue or a red card, it's about legacy. Let's go. Welcome back to Cyberboot, where we break down football's biggest moments with honesty and depth. Joan Laporta, Barcelona's president, just made a huge announcement. Lionel Messi is getting a statue outside the new Spotify Camp Nou, a permanent monument to the greatest player in Barcelona's history. Laporta said they want it done as soon as possible, pending Messi and his family's approval. But here's the twist. On the exact same day this news broke, Cristiano Ronaldo was sent off in Portugal's World Cup qualifier against Ireland. He threw a brutal elbow, got a straight red card, and as he walked off, he gestured to Irish fans like they were crying, mocking them, refusing to accept responsibility. Two legends, two moments, two completely different approaches to football and life. And by the end of this video, you'll understand why one player is remembered with statues, while the other is remembered for controversies. Let's break it down. Let's start with the good news. Joan Laporta's announcement about Messi's statue. Here's what he said. "We want Messi to have a statue outside Spotify Camp Nou as soon as possible. We will make a design for it. Messi deserves a statue and we will work on that, as Lionel and his family should also agree to this." Now, this isn't just a nice gesture. This is historic. Barcelona doesn't hand out statues lightly. Camp Nou currently has statues of Johan Cruyff and Laszlo Kubala, two absolute legends who defined eras of the club, and now Messi joins them. The player who won Barcelona everything, 4 Champions Leagues, 10 La Liga titles, 6 Ballon d'Ors while wearing the Blaugrana, 672 goals in 778 appearances, the greatest player to ever wear the Barcelona shirt. But here's what makes this announcement even more significant. The relationship between Messi and Laporta is complicated. Remember 2021? Laporta couldn't afford to keep Messi due to financial regulations. Messi left in tears. There was hurt, there was confusion, there were questions about whether Laporta really tried hard enough. But now, Laporta is building Messi a statue. That's reconciliation, that's recognition, that's saying, whatever happened in 2021, your legacy here is eternal. And Messi, he's at peace with it. He's moved on. He's living in Miami, playing beautiful football, enjoying life with his family. He doesn't need validation. He doesn't need to prove anything. The statue will stand outside Camp Nou, and generations of Barcelona fans will walk past it and remember. This is what greatness looks like. Now let's talk about what happened on the same day. Portugal versus Ireland. World Cup qualifiers, 60th minute. Portugal are down 2-0. The pressure is mounting. Cristiano Ronaldo, Portugal's captain, their talisman, needs to step up. Instead, he throws a reckless elbow at an Irish player. Brutal, unnecessary, dangerous. The referee doesn't hesitate, straight red card. And here's where it gets worse. As Ronaldo walks off, he doesn't accept it. He gestures toward the Irish fans, mocking them, making a crying gesture with his hands, like he's the victim, like the referee got it wrong, like the fans are the problem. Portugal goes on to lose the match. Their captain sent off for stupidity, their World Cup qualification hopes damaged. And Ronaldo? He's defending himself on social media afterward, claiming it wasn't a foul. Now let me be clear, I'm not here to hate on Ronaldo. His career achievements are incredible. 5 Ballon d'Ors, 5 Champions Leagues, over 900 career goals. He's one of the greatest players in history. But here's the question I keep asking myself. Why does this keep happening with Ronaldo? Why are there so many moments like this? Red cards, controversies, fights with teammates, arguments with referees, social media rants. And here's the twist that makes this story even more interesting. This isn't the first time Ronaldo has let his emotions destroy a big moment. Remember Euro 2021? Portugal knocked out in the round of 16. Ronaldo walked off first, ahead of his teammates. No consoling, no leadership, just frustration. Remember the 2022 World Cup? Ronaldo benched. Portugal playing better without him. And afterward, drama, complaints, tension. The pattern is clear. When things don't go Ronaldo's way, he struggles to handle it with grace. So here's where we need to be honest. And this is the part that Ronaldo fans won't want to hear, but it needs to be said. The debate between Messi and Ronaldo has never been just about numbers. Yes, goals matter. Yes, trophies matter. But there's something else that separates legends from icons, and that's sportsmanship. Character. How you carry yourself when things go wrong. Messi has faced adversity plenty of times. Lost Copa America finals, lost World Cup finals. Retired from Argentina, then came back. Dealt with injuries, dealt with tax controversies, left Barcelona in tears. But how does he respond? Silence. Work. Humility. He lets his football do the talking. He doesn't post cryptic social media messages. He doesn't mock opponents. He doesn't throw elbows when his team is losing. When people call Messi the GOAT, how does he respond? He doesn't. He's never once publicly claimed he's the greatest. He's never felt the need to tell the world how good he is. But Ronaldo? He tells people he's the greatest every week. Interviews, social media posts, gestures on the pitch. He needs the validation. He needs people to say he's the best. And here's my first question for you. Why do you think Ronaldo feels the need to constantly remind everyone he's great, while Messi never does? Drop your answer in the comments. I genuinely want to know what Cyberboot's audience thinks. Now, I used to think Messi fans should respect Ronaldo more. I used to think the rivalry was unfair to Ronaldo. But honestly, after watching moments like this red card, the mocking gestures, the constant self-promotion, I'm starting to understand why people gravitate toward Messi. Because greatness isn't just about what you do on the pitch. It's about how you carry yourself off the pitch. It's about grace in victory and defeat. It's about being a role model, not just a goal scorer. And that's the difference between getting a statue and getting a red card on the same day. Let's zoom out for a second, because this isn't just about one red card or one statue. This is about legacy. 50 years from now, when people walk past Camp Nou and see Messi's statue, what will they remember? The magic, the humility, the 672 goals, the 4 Champions Leagues, the 8 Ballon d'Ors, the World Cup. They'll remember a player who made football look easy, who never complained, who never needed to tell the world he was great because everyone could see it. But what will people remember about Ronaldo? Yes, they'll remember the goals, the trophies, the athleticism, but they'll also remember the controversies, the red cards, the ego, the need for validation. And here's the uncomfortable truth. Ronaldo's need to be seen as the greatest is actually hurting his legacy. Because the more he claims it, the more people push back. The more he defends himself, the more people question him. Messi doesn't need to claim anything. The statue will do it for him. Here's my second question for you. Do you think Ronaldo will ever get a statue at a club like Messi is getting at Barcelona, at Manchester United, at Real Madrid, at Juventus? Let me know in the comments. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the debate. For years, people have argued Messi versus Ronaldo, who's better, who's the GOAT? But here's what I've realized. It's not a debate anymore. And it hasn't been for a while, because a debate requires two sides with equal arguments. And when one side has humility, sportsmanship, a World Cup, more Ballon d'Ors, and a statue being built in their honor, while the other side has red cards, ego problems, and a constant need for validation, that's not a debate. That's a conclusion. Look, I respect Ronaldo's achievements. I respect his work ethic. I respect what he's done for football. But at some point, we have to acknowledge that greatness isn't just about scoring goals. It's about how you treat the game, how you treat opponents, how you treat yourself, and Ronaldo acting like a 15-year-old when things don't go his way. That's not the attitude of a great player. That's insecurity masked as confidence. Here's my final question for you before we wrap up. Can you think of a single moment where Messi acted the way Ronaldo did in that Ireland match? Mocking fans, refusing responsibility, throwing elbows. I'll wait. Drop your answer in the comments. Alright, let's wrap this up. Barcelona is building Lionel Messi a statue at Camp Nou. a permanent tribute to greatness, humility, and legacy. On the same day, Cristiano Ronaldo got a red card for a reckless elbow and mocked fans as he walked off. Two legends, two completely different stories. Now here's what I need from you. Hit that subscribe button on Cyberboot and turn on notifications. We're telling the real stories in football, the ones that matter beyond just the highlights. Drop a comment answering this. Do you think Ronaldo's ego is damaging his legacy? Or do you think his confidence is justified? I want your honest take. Here's the big question. If you could build a statue for one player in football history, who would it be and why? Let me know below. This is Cyberboot. We're building a community of fans who understand that football is about more than goals and trophies. It's about character, sportsmanship, and how you carry yourself when the world is watching. Subscribe, comment, and let's keep this conversation going. Until next time, remember, greatness isn't about telling people you're great. It's about being great and letting your legacy speak for itself.